Hello fight fans, thanks for joining us at MMA Insider. Before we get rolling with today's news, show some love by hitting that like button and subscribing. Now let's uncover the latest happenings in MMA. Starting off, Colby Covington vows to decimate Gilbert Burns and send him into retirement if they fight. Moving on, Michael Bisping praises Jon Jones for stroke of genius marketing ahead of possible Tom Aspinall fight. Lastly, UFC CEO Dana White joins the board of directors at Meta. Colby Covington believes he would retire Gilbert Burns if the two fight next. Covington called out Burns after the Brazilian leaked the phone number of his head coach Chael Sonnen. Covington wasn't happy with the Brazilian, and now he continues to pursue the fight. If Colby Covington does face Gilbert Burns next, the former interim champ is confident he would beat the Brazilian with ease. Colby Covington against Brazilians is undefeated. He doesn't lose to Brazilians. He's the king of Brazil. Colby Covington would go out there and absolutely decimate Gilbert and send him into retirement for sure. He's already retired. But if he wants to come back and get a paycheck with the biggest welterweight star in the division, I don't blame him. It's going to be the biggest losing paycheck he's ever had. So I see Colby Covington absolutely decimating Gilbert Burns from pillar to post until Gilbert taps out. A fight between Colby Covington and Gilbert Burns does make a lot of sense. But whether or not the UFC will make it is to be seen. However, Colby is hopeful that fight happens next, as he's confident he will beat Burns and send him into retirement. After Colby Covington lost to Joaquin Buckley, his coach Chael Sonnen was asked about Gilbert Burns as a potential opponent when he said he thought the Brazilian was retired. Burns then leaked Sonnen's phone number saying he isn't retired. Following that, Colby took aim at Burns and said he plans to beat him up for it. Colby Covington is 17-5 as a pro and coming off a loss to Buckley. Burns, meanwhile, is 22-8 and on a 3-fight losing streak after losing to Sean Brady. UFC Hall of Famer Michael Bisping believes Jon Jones has played his cards right. It's no secret that a heavyweight title unification clash between Jones and Tom Aspinall is the biggest fight the UFC can pull off in 2025. Jon Jones has said that if he's expected to collide with Aspinall, then he will need a substantial payday. He's also publicly shown more interest in fighting the reigning UFC light heavyweight champion Alex Pereira. Ultimately, Jones's comments on a potential fight with Aspinall may have done his bank account a world of good. Taking to his YouTube channel, Michael Bisping expressed his belief that Jon Jones flexed his marketing and business sense with his approach to a potential showdown with Tom Aspinall. As we know, Jon Jones kind of shied away from fighting Tom Aspinall leading up to the Stipe fight, which was an absolutely stroke of genius in terms of marketing because it drove the demand through the roof, sky high, made it the fight that everybody wants to see. Well, guess what? The man is going to get paid properly, more than likely. That's the rumor. A rumor that was recently mentioned on the Joe Rogan Experience is that Jones is seeking $30 million to fight Aspinall, and he just might get it. That figure hasn't been confirmed, but it's a significant payday for a marquee UFC fighter. If Jon Jones ends up accepting the fight with Aspinall, it's safe to say that the future UFC Hall of Famer will be paid quite well, whether the actual number is revealed or not. UFC CEO Dana White has joined Mark Zuckerberg's Meta. It's no secret that the 55-year-old promoter has been attempting to expand his business portfolio lately. After over 2 decades as the face of the UFC, Dana White founded the slap fighting league Power Slap in early 2023. While that promotion has largely received negative reviews, he has no plans of shutting down the league. Furthermore, Dana White has signaled a move into the boxing world as well. Having co-promoted Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor in August 2017, the UFC CEO has promised to come into the sport guns blazing later this year. However, White now has yet another job on his hands. Earlier today, Dana White and Meta announced that the 55-year-old promoter has joined the company's board of directors. In a post on social media, the UFC CEO wrote that he's excited for the opportunity to join the tech juggernaut. As a longtime proponent of AI, White is excited to work on that end of things alongside Mark Zuckerberg. I've never been interested in joining a board of directors until I got the offer to join Meta's board. I am a huge believer that social media and AI are the future. I am very excited to join this incredible team and to learn more about this business from the inside. There is nothing I love more than building brands, and I look forward to helping take Meta to the next level. Dana, John Elkann, and Charlie Songhurst will add a depth of expertise and perspective that will help us tackle the massive opportunities ahead with AI, wearables, and the future of human connection. For what it's worth, today's announcement didn't come as a massive surprise. Over the last few years, Dana White and Mark Zuckerberg have become very close. The latter is also a massive MMA fan who has had the opportunity to train with the likes of Israel Adesanya and Alexander Volkanovski. The billionaire was even in the corner of Alexander Volkanovski last year at UFC 298. Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. Your dedication and support fuel our passion to bring you the latest and greatest in the MMA world. If you enjoyed today's news, please give us a thumbs up and share it with fellow MMA fans. Remember to subscribe to stay in the loop with daily MMA updates. We've got a lot of exciting news, interviews, and analysis coming your way every single day. Your engagement helps us grow and serve the MMA community even better. Once again, thank you for being an integral part of our daily MMA journey.